I'm Joel McCower here in Greenville Studio with Kit Batten, Climate Resilience Chief for Pacific Gas and Electric Company, PG&E. Kit, first of all, what is a Climate Resilience Chief?
Well, thanks for asking. It's actually a relatively new role at PG&E. I began there in January of 2017, and my role is to assess what risks the company faces from climate change impacts, as well as the risks that the communities we serve face. And so really looking at 6 different climate change drivers in particular that are important to PG&E's service area. We cover about 2/3 of the state of California, very diverse geographic area from the coast to the Sierras, desert, mountainous areas all over. So we're looking at sea level rise, flooding from stronger storms, drought, subsidence or the decreasing elevation of the ground due to groundwater pumping during drought, as well as increasing wildfires and heat waves. And so we're looking at how best to make sure that those changing impacts become a new normal as how we're thinking about the climate that we're currently operating in, and protecting our assets, our infrastructure, our operations, our employee safety, and then the safety of the communities we serve as well.
So I would imagine just definitionally that distributed energy would play a big role in this, because you're not relying as much on central power plants. Is that, how does that factor into resilience?
Yeah, so distributed energy certainly is a component of resilience. We're looking across our entire portfolio of assets. So we're both an electricity provider as well as a natural gas provider. And so trying to figure out with our transmission and distribution infrastructure how that distributed energy also links up with the existing grid infrastructure, and trying to figure out, okay, where are the greatest risks? Where are some of those risks that I already described that are in combination with one another? So drought, heat waves, and wildfires all at the same time. Where are some of the greatest risks that we face so that we can continue to make sure that the customers we serve get safe, clean, reliable, and affordable power?
So that takes a lot of data, takes a lot of intelligence, it takes a lot of analytics. Is that a new muscle for you guys, to be able to look at this information differently through the lens of resilience?
So we have a lot of that information already in terms of where geographically all of our assets are, and really great new innovative tools have been developed by the state of California as well. There's a website called CalAdapt, which has a lot of this data for forecasted climate change impact, both in the fairly near term as well as in 2050, 2100, looking at within those planning horizons where we are expecting these greatest impacts, and overlaying that, like you said, using the technology that we have available to really understand where those points of intersection are that are of greatest concern.
So I'm almost afraid to ask you this, what keeps you up at night?
What keeps me up at night? You know, I frequently get asked how I can be an optimist and do this job, and I've been working on climate change policy for over a decade now, and I really do think that this investment and forward-looking, better understanding where we're going in terms of the climate change conditions we're facing, being prepared, being smart, and building in that new normal into all of the things that we're doing, our design specifications, our asset management tools, etc., from now, getting the communities we serve at the table with us so that we have this collective understanding of what our shared vision for a successful California looks like. All of that is actually very exciting, and I think that we're going to be able to get through it as we work together as a community.
Sounds like the recipe for a good night's sleep. Kit Batten, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.